Jonathan Van Ness first burst onto the scene and into our hearts as part of Netflix's rebooted super hit Queer Eye. As 1/5 of the brand new Fab Five, he was a sparkly, positive, meme-generating breath of fresh air. But there's a lot most fans don't know about the TV star. Idol on the ice. Unsurprisingly, for someone who participated in both gymnastics and cheerleading growing up, Van Ness openly worships figure skaters.
I have been watching figure skating like it was the end of the world since 1992.
But his one true idol is Mirai Nagasu, because quite simply, she never gave up on her dreams. Nagasu's Olympic story inspired JVN so much that he even invited her onto his podcast, Getting Curious.
Mirai Nagasu, Adam Rippon, figure skating, really just like all of figure skating, all of figure skaters.
The star's love of ice skating clearly runs deep. Van Ness revealed to Vulture that Rudy Galindo was the one who queer-eyed Van Ness when he was a child. He remembered, he was the first openly gay man, HIV positive. In 1995, he went to the US Skating Championship for the first time. He came in third in the world. It was so major. Rising like a phoenix. During an upbeat chat with his mom on Getting Curious, things took a dark turn when Van Ness revealed just how badly he was picked on as a kid, saying, "When I say I was bullied, it is not strong enough."
I've been bullied my entire life.
Yes, we all saw the video, girl. We all saw the video.
I will not let you!
JVN dug into it further with Vulture, explaining, "Where I come from, I have had people my entire life tell me to my face, I don't agree with your lifestyle. You should never be able to be married. When I say chased around with pitchforks, I'm halfway kidding." Landing Queer Eye. By JVN's own admission, prior to Queer Eye, he auditioned for every, quote, obvious gay character. As he told the Lady Gang podcast, it was only when the makeover show came along that he truly felt he'd found his calling.
Yes, balance, yes, symmetry.
However, as JVN admitted to Into the Gloss, he never thought he'd get the job, saying, "I felt like a contestant on America's Next Top Model who made it into the final two because I was like, I really, really want this every moment it gets closer. But you look like a big gay Jesus girl, you're just not gonna get this job." The producers were, of course, totally Team Jonathan.
Hey, we're the Fab Five from Netflix's Queer Eye.
Getting real. Jonathan might be the bright spark on Queer Eye, but don't let his sunny disposition fool you. Van Ness isn't afraid to speak his mind, telling Elle, "I just go and I get all my anger out on Twitter. If I read something on the news that really irritates me, I get my rageful venting out on Twitter."
Baby bobbers is strugs to funk. That's struggling to function.
Van Ness got real regarding the infamous bakery, which refused to make a cake for a gay wedding, telling Vulture, "When I walk out of a room with someone like that, I know very clearly the thoughts that are going through their head." Battling depression. Jonathan hasn't always been the life-affirming ray of sunshine he serves on Queer Eye. Aside from childhood bullying, JVN has struggled with depression, particularly after the death of his stepfather in 2012. Van Ness told Elle, "That was the year when I gained all of this weight. There were 6 months when I don't think I opened my mail, and I definitely forgot to pay my taxes for like a year. I think when you get in that really debilitating clinical depression, you can't get out of bed." It took 2 years for Van Ness to find his new normal, but as he explained to InStyle, he now works out for himself, sharing his fitness journey to encourage others too. He says, "It's something that I choose to share because I want to help people feel better, and I found that for me, just sharing myself seems to be helping."
You need to look at yourself right now.
I
am enough.
am enough.
I'm enough.
I'm enough.
His thing with Lisa Rinna. On the Lady Gang podcast, Van Ness revealed the haircut he would give his worst enemy, the Lisa Rinna. And let's be honest, the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills star is likely the only person who can pull off her iconic look.
She's so mean, she's so aggressive, she's so this, she's so that, she blah 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 blah, whatever.
Pressed on how he'd style it, Van Ness revealed he'd make the hair super shaggy at the height of summer, when it would be the worst to maintain. But considering how JVN is happy to lend his talents in all manner of YouTube tutorials and in practically every interview he's ever done, it's only fitting to give this show-stopping makeover master one fun, hypothetical opportunity to do a little damage.
See you next time.